Much like our game that we're going to have tomorrow out at Arkansas State between ASU and Memphis, this is a rivalry game. You can honestly throw everything out the window at this point. Both teams are 0-1. Somebody's got to get a victory, and it's just going to be a slobber knocker, if you will, to borrow a line from the great JR.
There's a short spiraling kickoff. It bounces to the 20, all the way back to the 10. Corliss Marshall picks it up. He goes out to the far side. He's going to make it all the way out to around about the 40-yard line, and that is where Osceola will have their first possession of this ball game. Gosnell came to Osceola last year and lost this game by a score of 30-18. The teams have split the last two meetings between the two, so this ought to be once again an interesting rivalry game. We've talked about it a lot already thus far, but once again, I don't feel the change in conference is gonna change anything about the way these two teams feel about each other. So 1st and 10 for Osceola, going right to left on your radio dial. Osceola is going to have it about their own 33-yard line. Handoff up the middle to Shaquille Lockhart. He's going to get a gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and about 7 to go from Osceola's 39-yard line. We'll go through the starting lineup for Osceola. Starting on their offensive line, they've got Sean Hardesty from left to right, LaJalen Anderson, Austin Ray, Deshaun Fowler, DeBarius Hawkins. Those are the linemen as Osceola lines up on 2nd down. Quarterback Marion Carr, the 3 running backs, Shaquille Lockhart, Corliss Marshall, and Jamal Jackson. Flag on the play.
And quickly, I'll give you the starters on the Gosnell defense while we have this flag here. And I will tell you, I've already seen lightning in the distance. Stay tuned. Very, very possible we may have a delay. Starting at one corner for Gosnell, Colton Godsey. He's a junior. And then heading to at the other cornerback position, Ricky Gable Jr. On the D-line at one end, Richard Razor. In the interior, Billy Reel and John Fisher. And then at the other end, Javian Lee. Starting at linebacker, middle linebacker, Ethan Ballard Jr., Jake Westmoreland, and Michael Spiller at the 2 outside linebacker positions. And back at strong safety, A.J. Jones, and free safety, Michael Canty. And that is your starters on the defense for Gosnell.
Well, we'll see if we can slow down the run game of Osceola. The handoff goes up to middle for Corliss Marshall for a gain of about 5 yards. Back to now where they were before the penalty. That was a false start penalty. Drove Osceola back to 2nd and 15. Now they face 3rd and 12 after that 3-yard gain there.
Actually, and I believe that scoreboard is incorrect.
Yeah,
it looks like about 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 now. Carr's got a man in motion. It's Corliss Marshall. He pitches it out to Marshall. Marshall can't get a hand on it, and I think a Pirate fell right on top of it. We're going to find out, waiting on the ruling from the official, and still waiting. Haven't seen him point in one direction or the other.
Osceola got it back. It'll be 4th down.
Will be 4th down after that fumble recovery. Once again, Corliss Marshall unable to hang on to the pitch. So Osceola is going to bring out their punt team on 4th and 15.
And in Corliss's defense, that pitch was behind him. The quarterback was actually, Marion Carr was under pressure. He was just trying to get the pitch off to Marshall and threw it a little bit behind him. But heads up on Osceola's offense there as they fell on it. And now 4th down, we got a punt.
And now they're going to punt from about their own 30-yard line. A high kick. It's going to go across the 50, make a friendly bounce all the way down to about the Gosnell 32-yard line, and that is where Gosnell will have their first possession of this football game. What did you think so far of Osceola's opening drive?
It was a little rough. Obviously you had the false start penalty called on them, the big fumble on 3rd and long, and again, it's one of those things. First couple drives, let them work out some of the kinks. This is only game 2 for them, and again, with a rivalry game, you're going to have a little bit of jitters there because you don't want to lose this game.
Well, now Gosnell will have it 1st and 10 from their own 30. They're in a spread formation. They're going from left to right on your radio dial. Handoff goes up the middle, and that run is stuffed up the middle. Marcus Mullen on the carry. He's going to get maybe a yard on the carry. That'll bring up 2nd down from Gosnell's own 33-yard line.
Big tackle there by Alvin Brown there on the front line of Osceola's defense. And he was helped out on that tackle by number 40, Anthony Jones as well.
Dwight Griffin, the quarterback, sophomore quarterback for Gosnell, standing in the backfield. He's in the shotgun formation. He's got 2 receivers on the far side, 2 receivers on the near side, and 1 man in the backfield. Looking at the defense now, sends a man in motion to the left. Takes the snap, now rolling to the far side, throws to the far side, got a man in the flats, and he dropped it.
Wow.
Michael Canty, the senior for Gosnell, had the ball right about the 35-yard line with plenty of room to run, enough room to, I would say, to get the first down, but once again, unable to haul it in. And Joel, coach always says, if it hits you in the hands, you better haul it in.
Well, and again, he had room to run. You know, he only had one Osceola defender in between him and pay dirt. And if he secures that catch there and makes one move, you know, he could be off to the races, and we could already have a 7-0 game here. But again, early on, first drive for both teams, and you know, they're again working out the kinks, working out the jitters. They will settle down, and this will be an explosive game.
Third down from the near hash mark. Takes the snap, pitches it out to the right as Mullins. Mullins has got an edge down the sideline, and he's taken down near his own 45-yard line, but I believe that will be enough to give Gosnell another B&S Pools first down. That'll bring them out 1st and 10. And once again, I believe from their own 45-yard line, now Gosnell threatening to move across field. Let's go over the Gosnell starters on their offensive line. They've got John Fisher, Ethan Ballard, Justin Mann, Javion Lee, and Carlos Castro protecting Dwight Griffin in the backfield. Marcus Mullen, the running back there with him. Receivers, Michael Canty, Ricky Gable, Colton Gotze, and Richard Razor, as there's a quarterback keeper taken by Dwight Griffin off the left tackle. He's going to get to the middle of the field in between the 2 hash marks, a gain of close to 5. I think they're going to give him 4 on the carry. That'll bring up 2nd down and 4 from from Gosnell's 49-yard line.
And again, a nice little fake handoff there, and the ball was handled by Dwight Griffin, sophomore quarterback. Nice little gain up the middle, nothing special, about a gain of 4 yards on that play, and we'll have a 2nd down coming up.
Second down and 7. And got some formations being shifted, and I think Gosnell wisely called a timeout there to avoid an illegal shift penalty. So they take an early timeout early here in the game. 7 minutes and 50 seconds left here to play in the first quarter.
To kind of explain our vantage point here at Gosnell, we're in the press box here all the way to one side. We're right on the 50-yard line, but the problem is there's a nice little camera well that's set up with a roof that is blocking a big majority of the scoreboard, and it's right down the middle of it, right where we would look at the time as well as the down and distance.
So we could be guesstimating a little bit here tonight, as we were last week in EPC, as they didn't have the yard marker on the scoreboard, but we'll make do here tonight in Gosnell. Now the teams make their way back out on the field. Gosnell will have the ball, 2nd down and 7 yards to go on their own 49-yard line. Griffin is going to stand in the backfield. He's got 1 man in the backfield with him, 3 wide receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Ball in the middle of the field between the 2 hash marks. Man goes in motion. Griffin takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to his right, throws to the near side, got a man down the sideline at the 40, all the way down to about the 35. I think they'll spot him right at the 35, but that's enough for another B&S Pools first down. And right now, Gosnell is on the drive.
Nice reception there by senior wide receiver Dick Razor, and big play by Gosnell.
Now they've got it 1st and 10 from Osceola's 35-yard line. And once again, back in the spread formation. Griffin in the backfield. 1 man back there with him, 2 receivers on the far side. Man goes in motion, pitch out to the far side.
He's got Mullins. A little room.
Mullins around the corner, and he's drugged down right around the line of scrimmage by number 1, Jamal Jackson, in Osceola's linebacking core. Very stout linebacking core for Osceola, and they stuff that run there. That brings up 2nd down and 10 yards to go. Gosnell's going to have the ball very near Osceola's 35-yard line on the left hash mark. Got some substitutions coming in now on the field, trying to get their formation set up. Osceola's defense is ready. Gosnell breaks their huddle. Prepare for the snap. 3 men in the flats on the near side. Griffith takes the snap, rolls to his right, fires to the right, and he's got Richard Razor near the 30-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 3, maybe 4. And that'll bring up third down and 5 to go. Looks like they're going to spot him right at Osceola's 29-yard line.
You know, and again, they're spreading the ball around, getting some nice movement. And I'll tell you, the one thing is when the running back for Gosnell broke outside, Marcus Mullen, it looked like he had a little bit of room, and then nice closing speed by Jamal Jackson. That gap closed quickly and made the big play, but we got a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now 3rd down. Griffin under center, fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, and he had a man wide open in single coverage. That was number 2 for Gosnell, A.J. Jones, and he just couldn't hang on to it. The pass a bit too tall for Jones to hang on to. That'll bring up 4th and 4, and this deep into Osceola territory, Joel, I'm wondering
It's 4-down territory here.
I'm wondering if Coach Moody is going to go for it, and I believe he is. Once again, Coach Moody, first year here at Gosnell. He had a pretty successful year last year with McCrory, trying to go up a couple conferences and make something happen here for the Pirates. Now 4th down, 4 to go. Griffin in the backfield. He's going to hand the ball off to Mullins. No, he fakes the handoff, spins around, dancing in the backfield, tries to avoid a tackle, and he is sacked. That looked like it could have been number 59, dangerous Deshaun Fowler, on the tackle. I got to see him do a little bit of boxing recently at the Osceola Boxing Club, and I'll tell you, he packs a punch. I would hate to be out on the football field with that kid, let alone in the ring with a pair of gloves on.
I got to tell you, that play-action play right there, Andy, it was a little questionable. He faked a handoff to the running back, and then it did a complete 360 before he even attempted to make a run. It was very weird, like there was a busted play or something.
It was a read that he read wrong, and now Osceola takes over on downs. 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Handoff goes up the middle off the right tackle to Corliss Marshall, good for a gain of about 6 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 4 along the right hash mark. Osceola moving from right to left on your radio dial. So Osceola 2nd and 4 from their own 40-yard line. They break the huddle, move to the line. Marion Carr under center, 3 backs in the backfield with him. Carr takes the snap, drops the snap. Now he's going to go forward, and Osceola catching a break there. Carr able to field the low snap, and he basically just avoided a turnover right there. And
well, and again, that's Marion Carr. And you know, he's having a little bit of difficulties with the ball so far. In two consecutive drives, he's fumbled the ball. He fumbled the snap, and then of course the pitch to Corliss Marshall was not a very good pitch either. He's going to have to get his act together here.
Now 3rd and 4. He pitches out to Marshall on the left side. Marshall breaks the tackle, running room all day. 40 at the 30, and that's where he's pushed down from behind. Nice job there. It looks like number 2, A.J. Jones, was the one able to hawk down Marshall from behind, and Marshall's a little bit winded after that run, and imaginably so. He dodged 3 or 4 tackles before he even got past the line of scrimmage, turned basically a busted play into a gain of about 20 yards.
Well, what I'm going to tell you is, while Jones will get the credit for the tackle, half of that tackle should go to the turf here at Gosnell, because basically he tripped up. If he had not tripped up, that 4.3 speed was blazing all the way to the end zone.
So now 1st and 10 from the left hash mark. Osceola with the ball on Gosnell's 30-yard line. They hand it off to Jamal Jackson off the right tackle. He's going to get taken down right about the 25-yard line of Gosnell, and Osceola on the march now. Now it'll be 2nd down and about 6 yards to go. Ball in between the hash marks now, and we've got some new personnel coming on the field for Osceola.
And again, we're seeing lightning here in the distance. It's obviously not close enough yet. I'm sure the officials will be monitoring this situation. But in the meantime, let's have some great high school football.
Carr takes another low snap, fumbles it. Now he's going to fall forward and actually keep it himself. He'll get a gain of about a couple yards on the carry. Nice job by turning nothing into something by the senior quarterback, Marion Carr.
And again, another botched snap. They're going to have to work on that center to quarterback exchange there. Austin Ray and Marion Carr are having some difficulties with the snap right now. And again, remember that. That's very crucial between a quarterback and a center. It could be a big play later on, big turnover.
And a 3rd down handoff going to the left side, and that was Shaquille Lockhart slammed down in the backfield before he could even get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th down and 2 yards to go. I think they're actually going to spot him a yard forward, and it'll be 4th and 1 from Gosnell's 20-yard line.
And I'll tell you, that was a big hit there by Ethan Ballard, the junior defensive tackle for Gosnell. He caught that man quick. He never made it out of the backfield.
And now that does bring up fourth down once again from Gosnell's 20-yard line, 4th and inches. 3 men in the backfield for Carr. Carr's going to take the snap and keep it himself, power his way forward, break some tackles, still on his feet, and finally he's going to be brought down at the 15-yard line. So a nice pickup of about 5 yards and another B&S Pools first down for the Osceola Seminoles, driving into Gosnell territory. Just under 3 minutes left to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and that was one of the plays there where Carr took the snap, and he basically laid on top of his offensive lineman and just kind of churned his legs and was able to gain the first down on that 4th down.
Most of the time when you see a quarterback take a quarterback keeper like that, sneak straight up the middle, exactly like you said, you see him fall down on top of his lineman, but once again, Carr able to churn his legs and get some extra yardage. Now they got it 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line, and Carr's going to take the snap, hand it off up the middle, and it's not going to get very far, maybe a yard on the carry
again
by Carr.
Another botched snap. That is the 3rd one on this drive alone, and you've got to wonder what is the holdup and what is the problem that's going on between Austin Ray and Morian Carr. You see it every now and then, but we've seen it 3 times on this drive alone for Osceola.
Well, I'll tell you, Coach Leggett has seen enough of it over there on the Osceola sideline, so he's going to call a timeout. Once again, just under 3 minutes left to play. Osceola will have the ball 2nd and 10 on Gosnell's 19-yard line, so now threatening in the red zone. The first time we've had a team in the red zone thus far tonight, but Osceola looking fairly well on this drive with the exception of the botched snaps from center to quarterback.
And you got to think Corliss Marshall is going to become very active now that they're in the red zone here. Nice big gain earlier from him, gain of around 20 yards. And again, they're being very methodical on this drive. Osceola is nothing fancy, continuing to run the ball, little misdirection here and there. And again, if they can clean up those botched snaps, I have a feeling that they're going to be able to move the ball on this Gosnell defense here early on.
Well, and I just had this. I just remember this. I do believe when I talked with Coach Leggett last night, he told me they had a couple of linemen that got injured in the Blytheville game. So we could be seeing some guys that are out on the field starting for the first time tonight. Osceola back out on the field now, 2nd and 10. Carr takes the snap, pitches out to the right for Marshall.
Oh, wow.
Marshall hands it back
He's
to Jackson.
got room.
Jackson on the. Yes,
6.
he does. That's Lockhart around the 10 to the 5 into the end zone. That's a touchdown for Osceola. 6 points. Just over 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter.
Basically what we had here, a nice handoff to Corliss Marshall, looked like a sweep to the right, and Gosnell's defense was all over it. And nice little reverse play, handoff to Shaquille Lockhart. Lockhart basically, once he broke around the left side of the line, there was only one defender, and that defender had no chance of catching Shaquille Lockhart. And basically he Usain Bolt the last 5 yards of that touchdown run right there. He coasted into the end zone.
And now Carr brings his offense out on the field to attempt a 2-point conversion. The pitch to Corliss Marshall's out high. He's able to hang on to it, and now after wrestling 2 Gosnell defenders, batting them off in the backfield, the rest of the team comes to help, and the Pirates are going to stop that attempted 2-point conversion there. It's going to be 6-0 Osceola. 2 minutes left to play here in the first quarter.
At Temps Plus Staffing, our business is a people business, and we're really good at what we do, whether you're looking for a clerical, industrial, or some other type of employment. Our staff knows where to find the right job for you that offers growth potential, benefits packages, and great pay. Stop by our office in Blytheville or Osceola, or check our website today. Temps Plus Staffing. Top jobs, reliable staff, great people.
Now, Osceola gets ready to boot this one off, and I think it's going to be Dwight Griffin, the kicker. No, actually, excuse me, that was Corliss Marshall kicking it. It's going to take a bounce at about the 20 where it's picked up, and a big lick laid on the Gosnell up man. He's still on his feet, though. He's going to make it all the way down to about the 30, but I'll tell you, he got hit hard at the 20 and stood that defender up. That was Michael Canty on the return there. That'll bring out Gosnell's offense to the field one more time. 1st and 10 now from their own 30-yard line.
Well, that was a big hit by Jamal Jackson, but the thing is, Andy, he basically speared at him but never wrapped up. And the Gosnell return man just simply bounced it off and was able to pick up an additional 5 yards on that return.
So that'll bring out Dwight Griffin, the sophomore quarterback for Gosnell, out on the field one more time. He's in the spread formation, 3 receivers on the near side, handoff up the middle, and that run is stuffed very near the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be A.J. Jones on the carry.
Again, the aforementioned Deshaun Fowler, dangerous Deshaun Fowler, as you referenced him earlier, he snuffed that play out quick, and he was able to limit that gain to about 1 yard.
And actually, they're not going to give him any yards. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from Gosnell's own 29-yard line. You talk about Deshaun Fowler. He's a 5'10", 261-pound lineman, and he's only a sophomore. He's a big guy, fellas.
It looks like, Andy, though, that they have the spot, you know, as a 2nd and 9. It looks like they just hadn't updated the scoreboard over there, because if you look at the down marker over there, they have it right there at about the 9-yard mark.
And there, Griffin takes the snap, hands it off to the right side. Marcus Mullen going to run down the sideline. He'll be taken down very near Gosnell's 36-yard line. I think that's where they will spot him. It will now be 3rd and 3, just inside a minute left to play here in the first quarter. Now, personnel coming on the field. Dwight Griffin's got the play from head coach Gary Moody. Huddle breaks, and Gosnell will have it 3rd down and 3 yards to go on the right hash mark, moving from left to right on your radio dial. Griffin under center, 3 men in the backfield. Takes the snap, hands off to the right side. Mullins on the carry up the middle. Will it be enough for a first down? Should be very close, depending on where they spot the ball, Joel.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be very close. Looks like they're going to call for the chains. The refs called for a little bit of a timeout here to see maybe for a measurement, although they're eyeballing it right now.
This is, and they're calling for the chains right now. Is it the right foot spot or the left foot spot?
I got to tell you, it was pretty funny. It looked like to me that they were trying to decide whether or not it was a first down without calling for the chains, because the referee was actually just kind of lining his arm up with the yard marker there and going, yeah, man, it looks like a first down to me. And then finally they both came to the conclusion that, well, we need to go ahead and bring out the chain gang.
And it is a good football's length enough for a first down. So 1st and 10 now for Gosnell. Once again, just inside a minute left to play here in the first quarter, and another B&S Pools first down. And
he just gave him the I told you it was a first down look right there.
The referees know it all out there on the field. Gosnell breaks their huddle, and Griffin's going to step up under center. 2 men in the backfield, 1 man out wide on the far side. Takes the snap, pitches out to the right. That's Mullins on the carry. Dodges 1 man in the backfield before he runs into 2 Osceola defenders at the 40-yard line. That's going to be a gain of maybe a yard, which will bring up 2nd and 9 from Gosnell's 40-yard line.
Yeah, another nice pitch play there, but again, Osceola's defense, Andy, is so fast. They've got so much speed out there on this team for Osceola, and I'm telling you, they're going to have to get them with quick hitters and misdirection, because the toss play is giving that defense too much time to read the play, and they're back there and they're making the play quick.
Well, Gosnell knows how to work this spread formation right now, though. Griffin's going to go under center. It looks like in a power I formation. Fakes the handoff to Mullins, now looking deep. He's got a man in single coverage. Oh, wow. And a nice job by Shaquille Lockhart diving in there at the last second to swat the ball out of Colton Gottze's hand. And if it had not been for Lockhart, Gotze would have had an easy 6 points.
Again, though, closing speed on this Osceola defense. The man was open, and he closed. Shaquille Lockhart closed so quickly on that wide receiver there and was able to break up the play.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 9 from Gosnell's 40-yard line. We'll see what Coach Gary Moody wants to do here on 3rd and long. Griffin breaks the huddle. He's going to stand in the backfield all alone. 3 receivers on the far side, 2 on the near side. He's going to send Mullins in motion. Fake the handoff to Mullins, keeping himself running around the left tackle. Got room. He's at the 45, now down to about the 49-yard line. Close to.
Make no mistake about it. Business is a race. The faster you deliver, the better. These days, old school is getting schooled. Northeast Arkansas is now doing business at quantum speed. Introducing Quantum, only from Ritter Communications. Try to keep up.
Welcome back to Gosnell, Arkansas. Had a little bit of technical difficulties back at the radio station. A bit of a lightning storm going on. welcome back to Gosnell. We had a little bit of technical difficulties going on. We have a lightning storm going on in Jonesboro right now. Didn't miss a whole lot during the break. The end of the first quarter right now, Gosnell just drew Osceola offsides on 4th down. That gave them another B&S Pools first down right at midfield, and another handoff up the middle to Marcus Mullins. And he's going to get out to about the Osceola 45-yard line, where that will be 2nd and 8 to go for Gosnell. Gosnell now moving from right to left on your radio dial with the ball on the left hash mark after that run.
Yeah, and again, start of the second quarter. So far, kind of a slow start, a 6-0 lead for the visiting Osceola Seminoles. But again, you can kind of see the feeling out process that's occurring here, and you expect a play to break any time now. And of course, I'm expecting this weather to break here shortly too.
Griffin in the shotgun formation. One man in the backfield, sends Canty in motion to the right. Fakes the handoff up the middle, now looking deep to the near side. He's got a man down the sideline, and that was Richard Razor hauling it in at about the 35. He'll get down all the way to about the 32, I think is where they'll mark him, but that's good enough for another B&S Pools first down, and Gosnell now on the march.
And I'll tell you, Andy, you've got to wonder at what point in time we're going to have a delay here, because it looks like to me the lightning is getting closer and closer, and that's something that they don't play with in regards to high school football or any football for that matter. The officials are definitely keeping a close eye on it.
And we saw that happen last week at EPC with the delays, but for now we are playing football. Griffin in the shotgun formation takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll take it himself up the middle, good for a gain of maybe a yard on the carry. Osceola's defense standing strong. Once again, that big defensive line consisting of Deshaun Fowler and Alvin Brown. Those are two big guys playing defensive tackle, and right then Dwight Griffin just took it right up the middle and ran right into him. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7 to go from Osceola's 31-yard line. Griffin shotgun formation, 2 receivers on either side of him, 1 man in the backfield, and it's Mullins. Griffin takes the snap, looking to the near side, fires deep to the near side. He's got his man, it's Dick Razor. He's going to haul it in right about the 20-yard line, and that might be good enough for another B&S Pools first down. We'll see where they mark him at. And that is good enough for another B&S Pools first down, all the way down to about the 20-yard line, just inside 10 minutes, 30 seconds left to play in the half, and a nice pass from the sophomore Dwight Griffin.
Yeah, again, and I'll tell you, for a sophomore quarterback, Dwight Griffin looks very poised in the pocket. He makes nice strikes, and again, he hit the open man, and Gosnell's got something moving here.
1st and 10 from Osceola's 20-yard line. Gosnell moving from right to left on your radio dial. Handoff up the middle to Mullen. Mullen is taken down in the backfield. Might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage, but that will bring up 2nd down. And Joel, going back to the sophomore quarterback Dwight Griffin, you're absolutely correct. He is looking very poised here tonight, and not so much like this is his 2nd varsity football game. 2nd and 9 now. Griffin is on the sideline getting the play from Coach Moody. Just inside 10 minutes left to play in the first half. Once again, Osceola leads 6-0 over the Gosnell Pirates.
And I'll tell you, Griffin's one of those kids, Andy, that you can tell he's a super sophomore in the making.
And takes the snap, looking to his left to throw, throws deep, got 1 man in the end zone, and he threw it over both receiver and defender's head.
We got a flag on the play, though.
Intended receiver there was Richard Razor. He had Shaquille Lockhart all over his jersey there. Looks like it might have been unsportsmanlike conduct.
No, I think what it was is they were going to call pass interference, but it was uncatchable. But now it looks like they are moving Gosnell back a little bit.
Not sure what the penalty was there. I never saw an official make the motion.
Yeah.
But that will back Gosnell up to the Osceola 25-yard line. Once again, Gosnell moving from right to left on your radio dial. And now we have a timeout taken, I want to say, by Osceola. I'm not sure. Actually, I think the referees might just be getting together to discuss the possibility of a lightning delay, as once again we're seeing plenty of it off in the distance from our broadcast position.
Yeah, it's again. I do believe it was a timeout called by one of the teams here. Matter of fact, it was called by Osceola, timeout for Osceola. But I can tell you they're definitely monitoring this weather situation here, because I'm telling you, we're getting a light show off in the distance as this storm front is moving through. Obviously, making way for fantastic weather tomorrow. And again, if you're listening to our voice here, if you haven't got your tickets for the Arkansas State game, the home opener against Memphis, what are you waiting on? Definitely make sure you're out there tomorrow. It's going to be a fantastic day, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go on record right now as saying it will be the all-time record for attendance tomorrow at ASU Stadium, as I'll reference it for now until the name officially changes tomorrow.
Well, I sure hope you're right about a great football game, and of course I definitely hope you're right about the packed house tomorrow at ASU Stadium. Right now, teams taking the field once again. Gosnell's going to have it 2nd and 9 from Osceola's 25-yard line, moving from right to left on your radio dial. From the near hash mark, Griffin sends a man in motion, takes the snap, quarterback keeper looking to pitch it, fakes the pitch, running up the middle, spinning off a defender, still on his feet, and I think he got all the way down to close to the 15-yard line, and huge lightning strikes off in the distance. That was some spider lightning if I've ever seen it, cloud to ground, way off in the distance there. I'm sure one of the officials saw that.
I think that might do the ticket right there, because I'm going to tell you, that just lit up the entire sky. And again, they're continuing play. I'm sure that they have somebody monitoring the distance in regards to the lightning and the storm front that's moving in. But I'm telling you, it's getting eerily close here right now.
Well, it'll be 3rd and 5 for Gosnell from the near hash mark, as Griffin once again is in the shotgun formation, takes the snap, looking deep, firing to his near side, got a man, and he
dropped it.
Bobbled it and dropped it. That looked like it was A.J. Jones, the intended receiver.
It was.
And once again, I believe that's the 2nd time tonight, Joel, that we've seen the ball hit him in the hands, and he's just unable to haul it in. That time, it takes 6 points off the board for Gosnell.
Yeah, absolutely. Dwight Griffin put the ball right into A.J. Jones' hands. He was just unable to control the ball, and he lost control of it out of bounds. But I believe what he was trying to do, Andy, was get one foot in bounds. He was concentrating more on getting his foot in bounds than making the catch first, which is the most important part of it in the first place.
Well, the second drop now for A.J. Jones, 4th and 6 now. Griffin takes the snap, fakes the handoff, now rolling to the far side. Got a man hot on his back, fires deep in the end zone, just past the intended wide receiver, Colton Gotze, the junior receiver for the Pirates, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Osceola's offense will come back out on the field for the 3rd time tonight. Last time they were out there resulted in 6 points. 8 minutes, 50-some seconds left to go here in the first half. Osceola will have the ball 1st and 10, just inside their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, and nice poise and moxie from the sophomore quarterback. He rolled to his right. He was under heavy pressure from the Osceola D, and he made a nice strike, Andy, into the end zone. Just went off the fingertips of the waiting Gosnell receiver there.
So now, once again, Osceola 1st and 10 from about their own 17-yard line. Carr under center, 3 men in the backfield. Looking at the defense, staring them down now. Now, Carr ready for the snap, takes the snap, hands it off to the left side, and his man still on his feet. It's Jamal Jackson breaks the tackle at the 40. All the way across to the 50. Caught. Now he's at the 35, the 30. One man behind him, 15, 10, 5, diving in the end zone. Touchdown.
He's going to get a flag on that play right there.
And he is going to absolutely get a flag called on him. Actually, I don't know. It might be a flag for a late hit, but I think you're right. It could be unsportsmanlike conduct, as Jamal Jackson was off to the races. He broke a couple tackles right around the 40 or 45-yard line. Once he made it across the 50, he had nobody behind him.
83-yard touchdown run by Jamal Jackson right there. And I'll tell you, he did dive into the end zone, but he did have a Gosnell defender coming up right on his heels. I don't know if they're going to get him with unsportsmanlike for that.
They're actually waving the flag off as we speak right now. So a touchdown stands for Osceola. 8 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first half. Score 12-0. The Seminoles lead the Pirates, and now their special teams take the field. Actually, no, they're going to attempt a 2-point conversion once again. Carr has got some late-minute substitutions coming in, and he's actually going to call a timeout. So that will that will stop the play clock with 15 seconds left. And Coach Leggett's going to talk over this 2-point conversion play here.
And I'll tell you, Andy, I'm glad to see the officiating crew get together and talk about that flag and wave it off, because to be quite frank, I don't know that he was doing it to celebrate or whatnot, because that Gosnell defender was closing on him and was about to catch him inside the 5, and he just made one last dive. And think about it, he just ran 83 yards. I'm sure he was getting a little winded at that point.
And actually, it was one of the linemen for Gosnell, Billy Reel, and I'll tell you, he came real close to catching up. Came real close to catching up.
We
to
need the
Jamal
bell back
Jackson.
at the studio. Bing.
Yeah, I'm sure Jamal Jackson, by the time, once again, he got all the way down close to the end zone, he probably was out of breath. Once again, an 83-yard touchdown rush from Jamal Jackson, the 5'9", 190-pound senior for Osceola. Now their huddle breaks. We're back out on the field to attempt a 2-point try. Carr in the shotgun formation. One man in the backfield, sends Marshall in motion. Now he's looking to his right, fires deep in the end zone, just over the head of his intended receiver. It looked like he was trying to get it out to Shaquille Lockhart.
Well, on that play right there, it looked like to me that Morian Carr had plenty of time. Looked like he kind of rushed that pass. Had he taken a little bit more time right there, he would have been able to hit the open receiver right there, who was all alone in the back of the end zone. But again, 12-0 Osceola, coming off the 83-yard touchdown run by Jamal Jackson.
Mom, what's wrong with the internet? Who's streaming again? Why is it so slow?
It's not working.
Mom, something's wrong with the internet.
I don't know.
Don't let your family suffer from a slow internet connection. With Ritter, you get the speed you need for online harmony. Speed matters. Get the highest internet speed only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
And just inside 8 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here in the first half, and so far it's been all Seminoles on the scoreboard. Still seeing a lot of lightning striking off in the distance now, but we may just see this one go all the way to halftime before any decisions are made.
And I'll tell you, as long as it's safe for the players, the coaches, staff, and as well as the officiating crew, that's good news for us to keep this game rolling after what we experienced last week in Lepanto with multiple delays over there. So, again, nice light show in the distance. It doesn't seem to be as close as we once thought it was. And maybe we're going to get lucky. Who knows? Maybe it'll die just for a little bit longer.
Now Osceola getting ready to kick off from left to right on your radio dial. Gosnell, 3 men deep back to field the kick. Marshall, kick is up, and it's going to be fielded by one of the upbacks right about the 20-yard line. And actually, they're going to say his knee was down. That was Michael Canty catching that kick. And he's actually going to be down just inside Gosnell's 20-yard line. So they didn't even make it out to the 20 on that return. It'll be 1st and 10. Gosnell going from right to left on your radio dial. They've got it at their own, I think they're going to mark them at their own 17-yard line along the far hash mark.
Yeah, he was just trying to corral in that kick from Corliss Marshall, and while doing so, his knee did hit the ground. They called him down instantly. But it'll be interesting to see what Gosnell gets going here. I'm telling you, so far, my early reviews of Dwight Griffin, I'm giving him 2 thumbs up right now. A lot of poise and a lot of talent in this young man, sophomore quarterback here for Gosnell.
And now on the far hash mark, he's trying to direct traffic. He sent a man in motion, but a flag thrown. I think that is probably going to be offsides or an illegal shift on Gosnell, or excuse me, false start. And that's what it is going to be a false start. I said offsides, but I meant false start. 5-yard penalty on the Pirates. That'll back them up close to their own 10-yard line. They're going to mark him at their 13 now. 1st and 15 for the Pirates. Just under 8 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Griffin is going to stand in the backfield. Mullins back there with him. 2 receivers on the far side. Canty goes in motion to the left. Handoff goes to Mullins off the left tackle. He runs up to the center, cuts back to the far side, and he'll be taken down very near the 17-yard line, probably roundabout where the original line of scrimmage was. Just shy of that, as a matter of fact. So it should be 2nd and 11 now from Gosnell's own 16-yard line. Now the huddle breaks for Gosnell. Griffin once again is going to be in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 near side. There's the fakes the handoff, takes it himself, bounces off one man, and is spun around and taken down by another in the backfield for a loss of about a yard. Maybe no gain on the carry. That will bring up third down. Ball now in the middle of the field on Gosnell's 16-yard line, I believe, is still where the ball resides. We'll see what Coach Gary Moody does here on a 3rd and long situation. The huddle breaks. Griffin in the backfield, shotgun formation, 2 receivers on either side, 1 man in the backfield. Takes the snap, running to the near side, looking near side, got a man in the flats. It's Canty. Canty takes it at the 24 before he is lit up by an Osceola defender. And I want to say that might have been Shaquille Lockhart with the hard hit from the linebacker position.
I just got a text message from head ladies basketball coach over at Nettleton, Jason Smith. He just sent me a text message to let us know that the Nettleton game has been postponed until 10 a.m. tomorrow. So it's really raining and storming back in Jonesboro, and hence the reason we were knocked off the air earlier. A nice lightning storm grabbed hold of our station there, and we lost power for a little bit. So far, so good here in regards to precipitation. We have had a light show for the majority of this first half so far, but again, we have dodged the rain so far.
4th and 11, Gosnell back to kick. They're going to kick it, and it's going to roll all the way down to about the Osceola 44-yard line, and that's where the Seminoles will take over on offense. Just inside 7 minutes left to play. Osceola now going from left to right on your radio dial. Once again, 1st and 10. On their own 44-yard line, on the near hash mark is where the ball will be spotted. We'll see what Marion Carr can make happen for the Osceola Seminoles so far here in the game, Joel. We've seen a couple of low snaps, but for the most part, the run game has dominated the Pirate defense. There's the snap. Pitch out to Marshall. He runs out to the right side. He's going to get past the entire defensive line and drag a couple of Pirates down with him as he's knocked out of bounds very near Gosnell's 49-yard line. He makes it into enemy territory with that carry, and now it'll be 2nd and 3 yards to go from Gosnell's 49-yard line. Nice run on the carry by Corliss Marshall.
And I'm going to tell you, Corliss Marshall, first of all, he's electric. He is so fast. But on the play, the tackle out of bounds over on the Gosnell sideline, it looked to be a little bit of jawing, but a nice gesture of sportsmanship between Corliss Marshall and number 50, Ethan Ballard of Gosnell, as they went and shook hands and kind of shrugged that off. And again, nice sign of sportsmanship between those two big players there.
And now on 2nd down, Carr takes the snap, hands it off up the middle to Jamal Jackson. He rumbles forward for a good gain of maybe 6 or 7 yards, but it's good enough for another B&S Pool 1st down, and that will bring Osceola up to the Gosnell 41-yard line, and they'll mark it on the near hash mark. Once again, Osceola going from left to right on your radio dial. Just inside 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to play. Osceola with the 12-0 lead over the Gosnell Pirates. Carr back under center, 3 men in the backfield. Gosnell looking like they're bringing pressure here from the outside. Now, as Osceola gets set, they had a lineman jump over there on the far side, and I think that might have been left tackle Sean Hardesty, who jumped a little bit early as the line got set. That'll be a 5-yard penalty on Osceola, and that'll bring them back to about the Gosnell 46-yard line.
Yeah, and again, we've seen a few false starts from both teams here early on. You can tell still yet it's week 2, and it's working out some kinks and whatnot. But with the run game the way it has been so far by Osceola, I'm not sure that 5 yards is going to hold them back any.
And now they hurry to the line. Pitch out to Marshall along the left side. He's got plenty of running room. Spins off one defender, cuts back towards the middle of the field. He's finally taken down very near the far sideline. He tried to make a cutback and come back towards the middle, but he got hung up from behind. But I'll tell you what, he shrugged that first defender off like it wasn't anything at all. And that'll be 2nd down now. And actually, was that enough for a for another first down. I'm
No.
not sure if it was or not. Yes, because of the penalty. And now there actually is a flag on the field. I don't know if it was a face mask or what, but the penalty is on Gosnell. That will give Osceola another first down, and he is continuing to march the ball all the way down to about the Gosnell 26-27 yard line. That's where Osceola will have it 1st and 10, and they're ready to go right now. Carr in the shotgun formation. Actually, it's like a wing T formation. Sends a man in motion, running to his near side now, pitches it out to the far side, and I'll tell you, I think if the Gosnell defender over there, Jake Westmoreland, had been looking up, he would have had a pretty good chance to pick that ball off. Carr threw it out in the flats over to Shadandre Black along the far sideline, and once again it looked like Westmoreland had a chance to pick that one off, but it results in an incomplete pass. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 to go.
Yeah, nice wide receiver screen set up right there by Morian Carr. The problem is he just kind of floated it over towards the sideline. His receiver was nowhere to be found, and again, as you mentioned, had Westmoreland had his head up looking at the ball, that probably would have been a pick 6.
Now the handoff on 2nd down goes to Lockhart. Lockhart through the left tackle, rumbling down the far sideline. He got very near the first down marker. We're going to see where the referee spots the ball, but overall, a nice pickup on the gain to the left side from Shaquille Lockhart.
And it looks like to me that the crowd is beginning to move closer and closer here to the press box as we have a roof that stretches out here from the press box, probably about the good first 10 or 12 rows here, and I guess in anticipation of precipitation making its way here to Gosnell.
Now 3rd and 4 inside Gosnell's 20-yard line. Carr under center, 3 men in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to one side, hands it to Marshall. Marshall jukes a man in the backfield. He's going to get just past the defensive line of Gosnell before he's brought down, but it looks like he got very near the first down marker, Joel.
He's on the verge of breaking one. You can tell he's very shifty, and so far he's been about 1 tackle away from breaking big runs. And again, Osceola is still instilling their wheel on the ground and able to get another nice drive here against Gosnell.
And it was enough to pick up another BNS pool first down, just outside the 10-yard line. It looks like they're going to mark it at about the 12 of Gosnell, but that's where Osceola will have it 1st and 10. Carr under center now, 3 men in the backfield, 1 man out wide, or 1 man to either side. The handoff up the middle, it looked like it went to Lockhart. Lockhart rumbles through the left tackle. He's going to get a gain of about 6 on the carry. I think they'll give him a gain of 4 on the carry. A little difficult to tell from here. Once again, our view of the scoreboard is partially blocked off. Just inside 4 minutes left to play here in the first half. 2nd and 6 now inside the 10-yard line. They marked him down at the Gosnell 8. We'll see what Osceola does here in the red zone. Carr's going to break the huddle. Steps up under center now, 3 men in the backfield, 1 man out wide to either side. Gosnell bringing pressure. Carr takes the handoff and he hands it off to the left side. I think that might have been, it was either Jamal Jackson or Marshall on the carry. It was Jamal Jackson running off the left side. He got very near the first down marker. That'll bring up 3rd and 3 from Gosnell's 5-yard line.
And, you know, Gosnell was trying to bring a blitz off the edge, and it fell right into Osceola's hands as they ran that ball straight up the gut. And, again, moving the ball at a very nice pace here. And you got a 3rd and 3 at the 5-yard line. Again, 3 yards away from having another first down inside the 2 of Gosnell.
We'll see what they do here. Carr back under center, 3 men in the backfield. Carr keeps it himself, rolling over his offensive line. Got more than enough for the first down, I am sure. We'll see where they spot it, though, to find out how close to the end zone he is. But once again, another nice quarterback keeper, and it seems that he and his center, Austin Ray, have got things worked out so far.
Yeah, and again, they're beginning to get a little bit of chemistry, if you will, and looks like we're going to get a first down now, and the first down on the 1-yard line of Gosnell, and here comes Osceola setting up shop right now, 1 yard away from pay dirt once again.
Might see another quarterback keeper here from from Marion Carr. He's under center, 3 men in the backfield. Once again, all the big hog mollies out on the field for Osceola right now as they're going to try to punch this in from the 1. And the handoff to the right side, it looked like it went to Jamal Jackson, and he just rolls into the end zone for another Spacecom satellite touchdown. Now Osceola leads Gosnell 18-0 with 2:30 left to play here in the second quarter.
Yeah, again, another run right up the gut there, and nice run and carry by Jamal Jackson. His second touchdown on the night here so far early on. Again, a little over 2 minutes to go here in the first half. 18-0 Osceola setting up and going for the 2-point conversion.
Now Carr under center. Once again, 2 men in the backfield now in a wing T formation of sorts. Fakes the handoff, looking left, pump fakes. Now he's going to keep it himself. Jukes a man at the 2, diving for the pylon. He didn't get it. So 3 touchdowns and 3 failed 2-point conversions for the Osceola Seminoles. However, they do lead this game 18-0 with 2:30 left to play in the first half.
At Temps Plus Staffing, our business is a people business, and we're really good at what we do, whether you're looking for a clerical, industrial, or some other type of employment. Our staff knows where to find the right job for you that offers growth potential, benefits packages, and great pay. Stop by our office in Blytheville or Osceola, or check our website today. Temps Plus Staffing. Top jobs, reliable staff, great people.
Once again, Osceola with the 18-0 lead, just in over 2 minutes left to play here in the half, and now Osceola gets ready to kick off to Gosnell once more. Osceola kicking from left to right on your radio dial. Gosnell Pirates with 3 men back deep to field this Corliss Marshall kick. Marshall now got his line set up. There's the kick, a low line drive kick all the way down to the 15. It's fielded by the up back that looks like Canty. No, yes, it is Canty. Now he's at the 30, the 35, 40. 1 man left to beat. He's at the 50, drugged down from behind. A nice job by number 61 from Osceola, and once again we were unable to secure an Osceola roster, so nice job by number 61, the unnamed special teamer for the Seminoles. But I tell you what, if it hadn't been for that tackle, Michael Canty had a corner with 1 man left to beat. All it would have took was a little shimmy shake move, and he could have been in the end zone for a touchdown. But nonetheless, Gosnell will take over 1st and 10 in enemy territory now on Osceola's 49-yard line. Gosnell moving from right to left on your radio dial. Griffin in the backfield, shotgun formation. He's got 2 men out to the near side. 1 man goes in motion to the near side. Pitch out to Mullins. He's at the 50, the 45, the 40. Taken down all the way. Looks like he got taken down at the 35, but that's more than enough for another B&S pool first down. Nice run on the first play of this drive for Osceola, for Gosnell.
I got a correction from the Big Game headquarters back in the Ball Financial Studios in Jonesboro. Rivercrest and Greene County Tech is postponed until 3 o'clock tomorrow, not canceled. And anyway, my initial message said that it had been canceled. But anyway, correction, it's postponed until 3 o'clock tomorrow, and they'll get that game resumed in much better weather, I assume.
1st and 10 for Gosnell from Osceola's 35-yard line. Griffin takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Mullen, keeps it himself, and is taken down in the backfield for a loss of yards. That'll bring up 2nd down and very long to go. Looks like they're going to give him 2nd and 12 to go, just inside 1:30 left to play here in the first half. Gosnell with some substitutions coming out on the field now. Looks like Griffin has got the play from Coach Gary Moody. We'll see what they do here on 2nd and long. Ball in the middle of the field. Gosnell moving from right to left. Griffin in the backfield. Mullins back there with him. Canty goes in motion to the near side, fakes the handoff to Canty now. Griffin looking to throw, running around in the backfield. Now he's running back across to the far side. Fires a bullet, caught at the 20, 15, the 10, spun around and drugged down out of bounds right around the 7 or 8 yard line. That was Ricky Gable with his first catch of the night, and an absolute rocket from the arm of Dwight Griffin.
Yeah, it was a great pass. Again, rolling outside the pocket there, was able to create. He almost passed the line of scrimmage, but he was able to fire that pass off. And another big gain here for Gosnell. Still have 2 timeouts remaining also.
And I'll tell you what I'm more impressed with on that play was Griffin's progression. He looked all the way from the left to the right side of the field before he finally threw that ball. So a nice job going through his reads there. 1st and goal now for Gosnell. Deep pass to the end zone on the left side, and it is just through the arms of A.J. Jones. Nice play on defense there. It looked like that was Shaquille Lockhart at the cornerback position for Osceola, who kept the ball out of the hands of A.J. Jones on that throw. But Gosnell taking a shot deep on 1st and goal. They've got the ball on Osceola's 9-yard line, just inside 1 minute left to play, 59 seconds as a matter of fact. Griffin now breaks the huddle. He's in the shotgun formation, 2 men on either side of him, 1 man in the backfield. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, now rolling to his near side, fires to the left in the end zone, and that one was way over everybody. Joel, I think that one almost hit the scoreboard. He threw that one so high. And that'll bring up 3rd down and goal, and we'll see what Coach Gary Moody wants to do here in this 3rd and short situation. I say it's 3rd and short. It is 3rd and 9, but inside the 10-yard line, technically it's a goal line situation. So definite 4-down territory. However, though, if you're Gosnell down 18-0 here at the end of the 1st half. So now Griffin has the play. He breaks the huddle. He's going to have 3 wide receivers go out to the left, one wide receiver out far to the right. Takes the snap, looking to the left, pitches out to Mullen. Mullen jukes a man at the 7, wrapped up and brought down very near the 5-yard line. A gain of maybe a couple on that option play. 44 seconds left to play here in the 1st half, and Coach Gary Moody is going to call a timeout. That will stop the clock once again with 44 seconds left to play. Osceola playing very good defense here in the red zone so far, holding Gosnell scoreless. This is the 2nd time they've been in the red zone thus far tonight, and they don't have any points to show for it yet, Joel.
Well, and I'll tell you this, in the Jonesboro area, I'm getting reports from there. Several games have been canceled or postponed.
And right now, it's the rain has began to come down here in Gosnell as we speak.
Yeah, Westside is playing tomorrow at 1 o'clock, Truman at 10 a.m. It looks like some of those games are, again, having to be moved till tomorrow. I hate to hear that simply because it's a big day tomorrow at Arkansas State. A lot of tailgating, a lot of people be going out there enjoying the festivities. But, again, got to get these high school football games in, and the weather is not cooperating on this lovely Friday. Been hot and sunny all week, and then we get to Friday night, and here comes the storm.
And you're right, absolutely. Just trying to spoil our Friday night fun. The team's back out on the field now. Griffin under center on 4th and goal at Osceola's 7-yard line. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolling to his right, avoids a man in the backfield, but he slipped up. I'll tell you what, that was a great job by Griffin trying to step up in the pocket. He saw the blitz coming off the right side. He just stepped up a little bit too far and tripped over his own feet, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Once again, Gosnell penetrating into the red zone of Osceola and coming away with no points to show for it. 39 seconds left in the 1st half, and Osceola with the ball deep in their own territory.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Again, he tried to keep his feet there, went down to one hand, and was unable to continue to stay upright there. And, a timeout called on the play, and we got a swap of possession here.
So 1st and 10, Osceola moving from left to right, and Marion Carr is just going to take the snap and kneel it down. We should go into halftime with the score 18-0. There is 30 seconds left on the game clock, so we'll have to run one more play, but I would expect to see after that Osceola just down it one more time and go into the locker room up 18-0.
Yeah, and again, why take a chance? No timeouts remaining for Osceola. About 11 seconds to go here in the first half, and a nice 18-0 lead here being held by Osceola Seminoles.
And they are just going to let the clock run out here. There's the buzzer sounding the end of the 1st half, and as you mentioned, the score 18-0. Osceola Seminoles with a big lead over the Gosnell Pirates here in the 1st half. The lightning continues to strike. Rain has begun to fall here at J.W. Ray Stadium.